How are your CARES Act dollars being spent? I know a lot of you guys are dealing with COVID-19 and dealing with unemployment issues, staffing issues, trying to get your contracts fulfilled and all that stuff. But since we're getting close to December 31st, we need to talk about some very important things. As business owners, it's very important for everyone who's receiving those dollars to understand the importance of actually spending those dollars wisely. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, what is the CARES Act? So basically the CARES Act was something that was instituted by Congress and later signed by the current president to provide funding not only to the citizens, but also to small businesses. So what does this mean to you? Okay, December 31st is coming up. So if you receive, as a business owner, any of these monies, you have to basically spend these monies on those requirements. So what a lot of people don't know about the CARES Act funding is that you could be going to jail if you misappropriate those funds. So what these funds were basically meant to do is to help keep the economy afloat. So what you may or may not know that the American economy is basically built on the backs of small businesses. It's not the big corporations. I know a lot of people talk about the Amazons and talk about the Walmarts and things of that sort. Well, what really helps the economy go is the small businesses. So you have different aspects of the CARES Act, and one of those aspects is the payment plan protection. So what this is a forgivable loan that the government is providing to small business to help, guess what, pay payroll. So if you take that money and you say, you know what, I'm going ahead and still let my employees go, and I'm going ahead and buy this new Ferrari or this new Lamborghini, or take this fancy trip, guess what, the government's coming down on you. What I'm trying to basically impress upon people in business is that not only are you required to spend these monies correctly, but understand that what you provide, whether it's a product or service, actually helps the government. If there's no money flowing through the economy is dead. A lot of people don't understand money standing still actually does nothing for the economy. A lot of people don't realize that. So that's the reason why you always hear in past years stimulus packages or free grants and things of that sort, because money is only useful when it's moving. And that's another reason why the IRS tax you. So when you talk about taxes, I know I'm kind of going on a red herring or a dusty trail, but reason why taxes are such a big issue for a lot of people is that every time that money exchanges hands, you get a tax on it, because if you don't do that, how would you pay for the roads? How would you be able to pay for governance, whether it's Congress, whether it's Senate, whether it's the President of the United States? I don't care what your political views are, keep them to yourself. I'm not here for that. So that all this goes back to the CARES Act, because when you start filing your taxes at the end of the year and you see this money coming in, obviously you won't be taxed on those, and then also if it's a forgivable loan, it's going to work in your favor. So another aspect of CARES Act is the unemployment side of things. So I know a lot of people who have been hurt or basically have an issue with unemployment because of COVID-19. And so funds were delivered to specific individuals, and it's actually extended out for unemployment benefits. So there's no restrictions on those funds. But as far as the governmental, business, large corporation, and small business, there are constraints on those fundings. They have to be direct business expenses in regards to the large corporation and the small businesses. You can do it on, let's say, telephone, mortgage, rent, stuff like that, or marketing, things of that sort. You can't start buying lavish luxury vehicles on them and say, hey, those are corporate cars. No, you cannot do that. As far as the payment protection plan, that obviously has to be for payroll. Now, in regards to the governmental aspect of it, there's a lot of basically earmarked dollars that you have to spend it on, whether it's healthcare, whether it's on schools, things of that sort. You can't start trying to take that money and boost up your local economy to give directly to contracts that have nothing to do with coronavirus relief. Essentially, what I want people to understand is these funds are to help individuals and business through COVID-19 related issues. That's the most general, broad definition I can provide. I know in the state of Alabama, you have an amount of money that you have to spend, and it basically trying to work through on how that needs to be spent. I'm not going to go into details on how it should be spent, but I know that our governor has a task ahead of her to try to get this thing done. I guess some of you guys are wondering, how can you get help? As far as the small business government agencies, if you have a relationship with a bank, typical, I say a small bank, or if you have large deposits, your representative, they will walk you through the application process. As far as those with the unemployment aspect of it, your local unemployment agency will more than willing to help you in regards to this. Make sure you act fast. Make sure you bring a lot of documentation on your situation. That way that your application can be approved faster and you get the maximum amount of funds that are needed to help you succeed. This is Ronne Rice. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Please like, share, and comment. Follow me on social media. Get Rice Now.